Archangel Michael says, you are not watching this by accident. There's a powerful spirit that tried to block you, but failed. Something has stirred in the shadows, and the one who saw what's ahead for you has been shaken to their core. The moment your name was whispered into the wrong ears, a wave of unease hit them like thunder. They thought they had control. They thought your story would never rise, but something they didn't expect happened. They caught a glimpse of what is about to open in your life: glory, wealth, honor, elevation, and now, they are afraid. Not just afraid of your success, but of your strength and what you carry inside. They saw you walking into a moment you didn't beg for, but were chosen for. They tried to delay it, distort it, and delete it. But every plan they made to stop you has already started to fail. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The person who saw your future was not a stranger. It was someone who once celebrated you in front of others, but cried inside with jealousy. Their fear now isn't about what you did, it's about what you're about to become. Their dreams are haunted by your breakthroughs. Your smile, your growth, your power, it has disturbed their sleep. They saw light around you, and it reminded them of what they lack. One conversation you had was repeated behind closed doors. A woman twisted your truth to manipulate the path of another. But the more she tries to paint you wrong, the brighter your destiny glows. There is a gathering happening spiritually. Not every voice in that room speaks truth, but heaven's voice speaks over you with undeniable authority. Type Amen to get blessing 498. Archangel Michael says, they saw the crown on your head before you even believed it yourself. That's why they pulled away. That's why the silence became louder than the love. They studied your habits. They took notes on your words. They even tried to mimic your style and energy to distract others from the favor God placed on you. But you cannot copy what was divinely assigned, you cannot mock what heaven authored. And they are starting to see this with panic. They are checking your name in circles where you no longer walk. They are questioning who you've become and how your peace still shines despite the war they try to start. Type Amen to get blessing 607. Your future was not meant to be explained, it was meant to be protected. This is why strange things started happening. People withdrew. Others became suddenly aggressive. It's not random, it's response to your rising. One of them visited someone spiritual. They asked about you, the answer made their hands tremble. They saw you winning. They saw you loved. They saw your face on screens, they saw your name on envelopes of abundance. They saw someone from high places speaking your name with honor. Now, their entire mission is to break what they couldn't become, but the protection around you is not ordinary, it's ancient, it's divine, it's undefeatable. Type Amen. Amen to get blessing 711. They tried to invite you to tables that were never clean. They offered fake kindness laced with hidden motives. They served words that poisoned, not healed. But something happened recently that flipped the script. One of their own started to feel guilty. That guilt is growing, and the truth is leaking slowly. You'll hear whispers in places you didn't expect. One friend of your enemy is going to reach out. Not to apologize, but to confess what's been brewing behind the scenes. A woman you trusted revealed too much to the wrong man. Now, the man is trying to use that against you. But every trap he sets will pull his own house down. Type Amen to get blessing 889. They saw your photo recently and paused. Not because of the picture, but because of the energy it carried. There's something changing in your face, in your glow, in your essence. It's spiritual, it's fire, it's destiny. That frightens them more than anything else, because when your time arrives, no gossip, no witchcraft, no alliance can hold you back. You are entering the season where your silence will speak louder than their screams. Your walk will echo beyond their whispers, and your success will be undeniable. They are making plans to block you. But they are only giving God more reasons to bless you. Their fear will become the platform for your elevation. Type Amen to get blessing 1002. There's a man in a suit who has seen something about you. He was shown your name during a session, his reaction, silence, then urgency. He's part of a group that moves money and influence. They didn't expect someone like you to appear in their vision, but your name has power they can't ignore. Soon you'll be invited somewhere unexpected. Someone will pretend it's casual, but behind it lies spiritual intent. They want to understand how you carry such favor. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, "Do not fear the attention, you were born for it. You were never ordinary. The battle you've survived is proof of the crown you carry." Type Amen to get blessing 1190. The person who saw your future is now running in circles. They're visiting others to ask how to stop what's already in motion. They are afraid of losing control over a narrative they built about you. But heaven rewrote the story. It no longer ends in their victory, it ends in your glow up. You've been chosen to walk in a path they tried to erase. Their fear is not about what you will do, but how you will be celebrated once you do it. Your life is going to become a testimony. Every hidden wound will become a window. Every scar, a story, every delay, a design. Type Amen to get blessing 1277. The enemy wanted to stop your feet from walking into rooms meant for you, but what they don't know is you've already been seen in dreams, prophecies, and visions. Somebody tried to warn others about you. They painted you as dangerous, not because you are, but because your potential outshines their own. That lie won't last long. You'll soon hear of someone defending you in a room you've never entered. That's the beginning of divine reversal. The people who ignored you will seek you. They are watching your growth from a distance with trembling hands. Their fear is loud. But your peace is louder. Keep walking. Type Amen to get blessing 1403. There's a voice from your past that is no longer sleeping peacefully. They saw what you were destined for and laughed. But now, that laughter turned into regret. A woman who tried to manipulate someone you loved is now losing sleep. Her control is slipping. She cannot explain the blessings you keep walking into. You are about to receive an invitation. It may look simple, but it carries elevation. Accept it with discernment. The next chapter is not for everyone. Some will try to return. But the same people who feared your future cannot be trusted with it. Type Amen to get blessing 1555. The person who saw your future tried to bury your worth in silence. But silence became your sanctuary. And now, your steps are being aligned by angels. A friend you once trusted became a spy. They delivered your moments to the wrong ears. But instead of hurting you, it helped define who you are. They underestimated the strength of your spirit. They thought breaking your circle would break your soul. But instead, it refined your spirit to become unshakable. A door is about to open. One they never believed you would walk through. That's why they are scared. It's happening faster than they thought. Type Amen to get blessing 1628. A man stood in a spiritual place and was told your name. He didn't understand at first, but when your face appeared in a vision, he felt a strange fear. That fear isn't about danger, it's about truth. Because your destiny is rising and cannot be denied anymore, the oil on your life is starting to speak louder. Some tried to lock your blessings in a box. They used words, spells, envy, and tricks, but their hands are now burning with regret. Archangel Michael says, your name has reached places you've never been to, but will soon walk into. This season will break every doubt placed on you. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. You're about to be elevated in such a way that even those who left you will wish they stayed. But it's too late, the separation was divine protection. Their fear is now becoming exposure. They tried to hide what they saw. But heaven is releasing the truth in pieces. The woman who spoke against you is now losing favor. Her voice is cracking, her alliance is breaking. You will be invited into a conversation where your truth will stand like fire. You won't need to defend yourself, God will. Type Amen to get blessing 1840. Stay alert. Someone close is being moved out of your path, not because they hurt you, but because their heart carried silent fear toward your growth. This removal will feel confusing at first. But later, you'll see that their presence was slowing your wings. You're going to feel lighter. Your mind clearer. And your goals will suddenly sharpen. The person who feared your future never imagined your peace would be your weapon. But it is. And it's winning. Type Amen to get blessing 1975. Your presence is not ordinary. That's why it causes such reaction. You're stepping into a room that only few can enter. What scared them is not your voice, but your silence. Not your shout, but your stillness. Not your look, but your light. You're about to walk into fulfillment. Someone will try to offer a fake opportunity, but their fear will expose them. Do not fear who saw your future. Fear no longer belongs to you. It is returning to sender. Type Amen to get blessing 2112. There's someone you thought forgot you completely. But they didn't. They've been quietly watching you, praying you never realize the greatness that surrounds you. Their fear wasn't that you'd fail, it was always that you'd discover the truth and succeed without needing them. They pretended to support you but secretly hoped you'd stay small. They are the ones who ask about you behind fake smiles. They observe your online presence and check your energy without making a sound. They fear your light exposing their darkness. That's why every time you post something, they feel a strange pressure in their chest. It's not jealousy alone, it's spiritual fear, because what's ahead for you threatens every lie they spoke about you. Type Amen to get blessing 2220. A woman went to a spiritual place for guidance recently. Your name came up in her session. The energy surrounding your future disturbed her completely. She didn't expect the heavens to speak so strongly in your favor. She was told what you're about to walk into. Her reaction? Fear, disbelief, and a need to block it before others find out. She contacted someone she once warned about you. Told them they were right to keep distance. But what she didn't realize is, no one can block a destiny that was written in divine ink. Someone tried to delay a letter meant for you. A call was ignored. But what's yours will never miss you. It is now rerouting back to your hands. Type Amen to get blessing 2333. Archangel Michael says, there is something written with your name on it, sealed and blessed. No man, woman, or demon can remove it. They saw this and trembled. Someone once laughed at you because you didn't respond with rage. They thought your silence meant defeat, but now they fear your return in fullness. Your name is being lifted in high places. People are curious about you, wondering how you still stand so tall. That curiosity is turning into admiration. One person who betrayed you now wants back in your circle. But their heart hasn't changed. Watch their approach. It's not love, it's survival. Type Amen to get blessing 2411. They saw your growth coming and panicked. They tried to get ahead of your blessings by forming alliances against you. But God confused their tongues. Everything they tried to use against you is turning back on them. A plan to defame you is failing. A setup is breaking apart. Someone is about to publicly mention your name in honor. This announcement will catch the attention of the one who feared you the most. Their silence will speak louder than ever. They're watching the countdown to your glory and can't stop it. You are rising. You are awakening. And they can do nothing about it. Type Amen to get blessing 2577. This is not just about success. It's about vindication. You were wrongly blamed, judged, lied about, but now, the shift has begun. Your name was used as a cautionary tale. Now, it will become a source of inspiration. The very thing they mocked will now inspire others. One of them had a dream, your face glowing, your voice speaking truth, your hands receiving keys. That dream shook them, that's why they've gone silent. They fear what that dream meant. Because dreams don't lie, and neither does destiny, and your destiny has arrived. Type Amen to get blessing 2633. There's a phone in someone's hand right now with your picture saved, not out of love, but fear. They're monitoring you because they saw what's coming. They know you're close to unlocking something they thought you'd never reach. They are trying to stay ahead, but they're already too late. A promotion is in the air. An unexpected call is coming. And someone is furious they're not part of it. Let them be mad. Let them fear. What's for you is coming with speed and force. Type Amen to get blessing 2711. A spirit of delay had been planted near you, but it's been uprooted. The person responsible for this delay is now suffering setbacks. Their fear came from a moment they saw you glowing even in pain, that terrified them. How can someone rise even while suffering? They saw someone fall in love with your heart. That person was meant to hurt you, but ended up admiring you. And now, their fear has doubled. They wanted you to fail in love. Fail in finances. Fail in peace, but every failure they planned turned into fuel. Type Amen to get blessing 2848. There's a shift happening in your name, one that is spiritual, then physical. You may feel isolated now, but isolation always comes before elevation. Archangel Michael says, "What was whispered against you will be shouted in your favor. They didn't think you'd survive. But not only did you survive, you're about to soar. They're watching you now, silently, closely, waiting for any crack, but all they see is glow and grace. That glow came from surviving betrayal. That grace came from holding on when all else broke. That's what scares them the most." Type Amen to get blessing 2992. There is someone who looked into your energy and called it too powerful. They knew they couldn't match it. So, they tried to label it as too much. They walked away, not because you did wrong, but because you revealed their lack. They feared standing beside you, so they fled behind you. They told others that you were changing, and they were right. You were changing into your true self. Now, they can't keep up, and they know if others see your true value, they'll be left behind. Type Amen to get blessing 3069. Your face carries divine recognition. People stare not because of beauty, but because of the aura they feel around you. A woman recently mentioned you in envy. She tried to cast doubt on your image, but her words are beginning to return to her. There's a mirror she fears to look into. Because what she sees is the opposite of you, your clarity frightens her chaos. You are about to be seen by the right eyes, heard by the right ears, and lifted by the right hands. Type Amen to get blessing 3182. There was a table they didn't want to invite you to, but now that table is breaking without you. Because your presence was the glue, and they didn't know it. They thought pushing you out meant peace, but removing favor always brings famine. You're about to receive a message soon. It will seem ordinary, but behind it is the hand of God, restoring what was unfairly taken. Archangel Michael says, "You will not go unseen anymore. You will not go unloved, you will not go unrewarded." Type Amen to get blessing 3277. Someone is preparing to apologize, not because they've changed, but because what they feared is happening. You are moving on without them. They can't sleep, they check your energy in spiritual places. They ask others about your whereabouts, your plans, your mood. But none of their monitoring can stop what's already unfolding. You're in the middle of a spiritual promotion, no man can block it. You were chosen. They saw it before you did, that's why they feared it so deeply. Type Amen to get blessing 3340. You'll soon feel the wind change, you'll hear news that confirms everything you suspected. Someone you once trusted feared your future more than they ever feared losing you. Your name is in mouths it's never touched before, and your influence is rising quietly, steadily, unstoppably. The person who feared your future is now clinging to their past. But you're stepping into your prophecy. Type Amen to get blessing 3402. They thought you would crumble under pressure. But you didn't, and that's when the fear fully gripped them. They didn't just fear your glow, they feared your resilience. You stood when others fell, you rose when they left you buried. One of them made a promise in secret, to never let you rise above them. But even they are now witnessing a force they can't interfere with, divine timing. You are walking into something that generations before you prayed for. This breakthrough isn't just for you, it carries the redemption of many. Type Amen to get blessing 3511, 3511. There is an old friend who suddenly started talking about you again. But not because they miss you, it's because they fear the speed of your bicomi. They heard something. A small rumor of your next step, that was enough to unsettle their spirit. They remember the version of you that doubted. That cried in silence, that questioned their own worth. But that version is gone. And what remains now is undeniable. The spiritual shift in your aura is calling forth favor, connections, and unexpected blessings. Type Amen to get blessing 3644. Archangel Michael says, they fear the moment you realize your full power. Because when you do, it's over for their control. There is a man who pretended to care. But he feared your independence. He left when he saw you growing wings, he came into your life acting like support. But his true intention was to keep you needing him. Now that you've shown you don't, his panic is turning into attempts to sabotage. Your peace is power. And your ability to walk away is making him restless. Someone close to him will soon reveal his plan. Listen carefully. The truth will make sense of everything that confused you. Type Amen to get blessing 3780. There's a spiritual watcher assigned to you now. Someone sent to keep eyes on your life because they've realized something bigger is guiding your steps. They report what you post, what you wear, how you smile. They measure your energy like a threat. Because that's what it is, to them. They've even gone as far as trying to copy parts of your path, but no imitation can hold what was written in your soul before birth. The fear in their heart isn't just jealousy. It's a recognition of your divine mission. You are the revelation they tried to stop. Type Amen to get blessing 3922. There is a place you were denied before, a group that didn't include you. But soon they'll be requesting your presence. You'll be the name they recommend, the face they want to represent power, purity, and promise. Their fear came from seeing that you never begged to be included. That's what broke their confidence, because true favor never forces its way in. They tried to keep your name low. But the divine has lifted it high. Now, the one who once feared your becoming will be the one to speak your name in admiration. Type Amen to get blessing 4070. You are not forgotten, you were hidden for protection. And those who feared your reveal are now running out of excuses. Everything they mocked is turning into a miracle, everything they dismissed is becoming the very thing others desire. They laughed at your pain. But now they weep at your progress. They thought they buried you, but didn't know you were a seed. Archangel Michael says, your future is bigger than the weapons formed against you. And now the ones who saw it first are shaking. Because they know. They cannot stop what's already yours, glowing star. Type Amen to get blessing 4177.